everybody, welcome to Nattey's Home Cooking, and today we are making soft sourdough tortillas, and these were really easy to do. Just follow along with the video and I'll show you guys how to do it. If you don't have a starter, make sure you get one started before making this, because you do need this. It's super easy to do. All you'll need to do is just go to my channel and you can follow the directions on that starter. Super easy. But I'm not gonna lie, these tortillas that I did this time probably were better than the regular tortillas that I've done. These tortillas here were just so much more flimsier, soft, easy to fold, where with the regular tortillas, to me, they were, not as soft as these were. Like, I'm not kidding, they were just like melt in your mouth. So good tortillas. So easy to bend, everything. So I'll probably start making my tortillas this way and freezing them in the freezer, but just because my family uses a lot of tortillas. They love them with their breakfast burritos, and I do have a video about that as well, so I will share that with you. But after you mix it and you let it sit in the humidity for 3 to 4 hours, you're going to bring it back out and you're just going to add this mixture here, which is the 2 eggs, your 4 tablespoons of sugar or honey, 4 teaspoons of salt, and then you're going to add 2 cups of milk, and then also you're going to add the 1 cup of yogurt or buttermilk, which I think I used buttermilk on this one. So I think today I did another bread and I did it with yogurt, just plain yogurt. You'll add that to that mixture. You're going to mix that with some flour, and you will need about 9 to 11 cups of flour. But like I said, if you're going to, make a big batch of tortillas and freeze them, this is the way to do it. I did make some tortillas and I made a loaf of bread even out of this. I had so much left over, so I just made a loaf of bread for the family so they could make some sandwiches out of it. But anyway, just mix this up really well. Once you get it mixed up and into a nice soft dough, you're going to actually put it back in a humidity area and let it sit for about, I'd say about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Especially, it depends on the humidity that you have. For me, I live in Texas, so the humidity here is pretty high, and I just set mine out in the garage covered up, and it will be done within an hour, maybe even less, just because it's so humid here. But my breads and all that, they all rise really well here. But I'm just going to mix this up. You don't want it too sticky. You don't want it too stiff either. But you want it kind of like in between. So that's what I'm doing here, is just going to be adding in the flour. Don't add all the flour all at once. Do a little at a time and just take your time with it. And all you're going to do is just mix in that flour, knead it, keep kneading until you get that nice texture that you're looking for. Like I said, you don't want it too soft and you don't want it sticky, but you don't want it stiff either. So you kind of want it in between, just like that. So I have the perfect dough right now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a glass bowl or a ceramic bowl, and I'm going to butter it up in the inside before I place that dough in there, so that it sets kind of in a little bit of the fat, and it doesn't also stick to the bowl either. So it just makes it better with the butter rubbed around on that bowl. And what I like to do is I always like to place my dough inside the bowl, and then I'll flip it over before setting it out into the garage. So anyway, this is how you do it. Super easy to do. I don't mind it. It doesn't take too long for me, especially like I said, where I live. Now, maybe where you're at, where you don't get as much humidity, maybe just place it on by the stove. If you're cooking, that's even better, because that humidity builds up and it'll help the dough rise even better. So anyway, I'm just going to place it here in the bowl. I'm going to flip it once. There we go. And I'm just going to do some tucking. This way it's set in there really well. And then I'm just going to cover it and take it out to the garage. All right, so I'm going to let this rise, double up in size. And then once it's done, I'll just bring it in and start making my tortillas. So before I take a piece off of that dough, because it's already rose, I'm just going to roll this dough out on the counter, stretch it out. I do have a tortilla press, but I like to do it this way better. It's so much better. So it makes it a little bit kind of thin, but not too thin. You don't want them too thick either, trust me. So yeah, they tend to stick. If they tend to stick like that, just flip it over and roll it out. And take your time with it. Don't go too fast. Okay, and then once you get it rolled out, take it over to the griddle, and place it on top of there, and just let it cook a little bit. My stove is a mess right now. It's bothering me. So when you start seeing those bubbles, go ahead and flip it, and you're just going to set it. For me personally, what I noticed that helped out a lot with these tortillas, I did a little bit of butter, garlic butter and Italian seasoning in that butter and melted it in the microwave, and I just took a little baster and I basted the tops of these just a little bit like that. And I'm telling you guys, it made it so amazing. We actually made, oh and yeah, they'll bubble up just like that. So great. Look how pretty that is. But you can make breakfast burritos. You can make fajitas. You can do all kinds of things with these tortillas. So you guys just enjoy, making it. And if you have any questions, leave those comments down below. I just want to say thank you again for watching my video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You all have a wonderful night, and God bless. Woo!